This is just the most beautiful thing. This is like Pixar story. Long story short, I got a letter from some dude who broke his wrists off because he was riding a bike down a hill with no hands. That's a mistake. He said he could be in a cast for 6 to 8 weeks. I think he got off light. He said, "It feels like I took a dump on my life." I can't play volleyball. I can't do yoga. I can't do salsa dancing. I can't write my bachelor's thesis. And I had to postpone my exam. Could have been worse, I suppose, but I feel embarrassed. I feel stupid and irresponsible. So much so that I couldn't bring myself to tell my friends and family and my doctors and my parents the truth. I feel defeated by my own stupidity. First of all, get well soon. Second of all, this is beautiful. There's no avoiding life because you're a smart boy. Accidents are going to happen. I suppose this one could have been avoided by using your hands, but life finds a way. If it wasn't this, it would be something else. Making a mistake doesn't take anything away from how smart you are. You're still a very smart boy. Don't devalue yourself because you made a mistake. You look around that room of all the people that you lied to about your hands and how on the bike they were. All of them have made a stupid mistake, or will soon if they haven't, because they're due. I get lying about it, but if you think any of the people that you lied to haven't made mistakes, because you're wrong. Life puts everybody on their ass at some point, like a little kid at daycare who's getting into the cabinet. What are you doing in the cabinet? And you just sit them down. You ever just sit a toddler down? Bow. You thought you were doing something, but now you're sitting down. You're going to feel every bit of this for about 8 weeks. 8 weeks is going to feel like a lot amount of time. The most amount of time that there is. But in the final story of your life, this 8 weeks will feel like 5 seconds. But the lesson that you learned will last forever. Don't pretend you didn't do what you did. Don't pretend you didn't do what you did. It might be embarrassing, but embarrassment is the adhesive that makes lessons stick. Doesn't that suck? Doesn't that suck how true that is? I'm willing to bet that you'll never do that again. And I'll go one step further. If you have kids, I bet you'll tell them that whole story about how much it sucked and how painful it was. And you'll tell them, always put your hands on your bike, and they still might not do it because experience is the best teacher, and people are stubborn like that. Imagine how many pitfalls you would have avoided if you just listened to people who made the same, if not similar mistakes in the back. But we don't listen, do we? We take our hands off the bike while we're texting, impressing the girl in a sundress and sneakers walks by, right? And you're like, I know what she'll like. I bet she's never seen this before. Whoa! Thinking that you're above making mistakes and trying to portray a life where you don't make stupid mistakes because you're smarter than that hurts worse than getting your wrists broke off. And it's unsustainable. You could fix your wrists. Don't do that to yourself, man. You're still you. I've had lapses in judgment. I don't know if you see this scar or this scar, but I fell through a glass door while chasing a ping pong ball while playing beer pong. I wasn't even drunk. It was the first game of the night. I just tripped. But you can't tell people that. They hear beer pong and they hear you fell through a glass door and they assume that you're drunk. I didn't lie about it. No point in lying about it. I have the scars. You don't have the scars, regardless of whether or not you believe me. You see what I'm saying? I understand that you don't want to let people down who maybe expect a lot of you or have seen you do great things or whatever. But if you're trying to be above mistakes, you're going to let them down sooner or later anyway. Be human. I love supporting people who have made mistakes and learned from them. Because that's real life, player. Online, we try to pretend our lives are perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Strength comes from overcoming adversity and growing in growth spurts. Don't beat yourself up any more than you've already done. And keep your hands on your handlebars. They're not called handlebars, are they? Keep your hands on them. Shouldn't be allowed to be that stupid. Me, not you.